Hi, it's Michael, and welcome back to another SkyPortal how-to. Today we're going to be talking about one of the core functionalities of any SkyPortal app, and that is uploading photometry. The idea here is you have taken some observations with your telescope for a particular object, and you've reduced that data and you've extracted either magnitudes, magnitude errors, perhaps a limiting magnitude if you only have an upper limit on a particular object, and you want to upload that information to the app so that others can see it. You can do light curve fitting and all of the other cool stuff you can do in SkyPortal. And so if we start from our usual main page here, I'm just going to choose a source from random as an example. We are on our source page. We see our usual photometry plot here. And if you scroll down further, you can see this button, Upload Additional Photometry. And so if we click it, we see this, we open a new page, and you're going to be filling out this form here. And so we provide a couple of sample data sets for you to see basically what kind of headers that SkyPortal expects you to provide when you're uploading your data. In this case, I'm going to assume most people are working in magnitude, so you can click the Load Sample Mag Space Data, and we'll take a look at it together. The columns here are not going to surprise you. First of all, you have MJD here. We have magnitude and magnitude error. We have limiting magnitude. We have magnitude system, which can be either AB or Vega. We have instrument ID, which we'll talk about in a second. We have the filter that corresponds to your telescope. That's hopefully available in SN Cosmo. I'll help you or show you how to find the information there. And then you can also provide extra information in this alt data column. It can be basically anything. And so to talk about this instrument ID thing, so if I have a particular instrument in SkyPortal, and we've talked about in previous how-tos how to upload your instrument, you can see in this drop-down menu all of the instruments that SkyPortal knows about. In this case, ZTF is at the bottom here. It's instrument ID 1, and we'll just use that for the moment. Because we've already provided instrument ID in the sample data, I'm going to click this Use Instrument ID column. We'll repeat this exercise without the instrument IDs to show you how that works in just a second. I'm going to click on the groups here. All SkyPortal data needs to be associated or accessible to specific groups. And so in this case, I'll just assign it to the site-wide group. And then I'm going to go down here. I'm going to say Preview in tabular form. I'm going to look at my data, confirm indeed that it's demonstrating what I want, and then I'm going to click Upload Photometry. And it's going to tell me upload successful. Great. Okay, so I'm going to refresh the page here, and I'm going to go back in, and I'm going to reload the sample data and change some columns this time. So as to not repeat the exact same MJDs, I'll add 3 days here to each of the data points. And instead of providing instrument ID, so I'm going to remove this instrument ID column from my data set. And maybe I don't want to provide any of this alternative data, right? And so I will delete those as well. And perhaps my data was not taken in G band, but instead it was taken in R band. And so since I'm not providing the instrument ID in the menu, I'm going to go down here and I'm actually just going to select ZTF. If I want to know what filters are available, I can just let this my cursor hover over the instrument label here. I can see that ingested for ZTF is ZTF-G, ZTF-R, and ZTF-I. Indeed, my filter in this case is ZTF-R, so that's fine. I'm going to again assign it to a group. I'm going to do preview in tabular form, and then once again I will upload photometry. And so this is how you upload the photometry from your form. Now, I'm going to highlight for a second, there's also an API interface that allows you to upload the information. And so coming back to our docs, I'm now down in the photometry docs for the API. You can see the kind of information that you can provide for specific for your photometry. So for example, as I mentioned, we have this alt data option where you can provide basically a JSON dictionary describing your photometry. You can provide, for example, the RA and DEC of the point that for which it was taken. Here is a comprehensive filter list, which you can use. You can specify group IDs, origin, i.e. provenance of the data, and so on. And so, unsurprisingly, there's extra information that you can provide. The web interface understands these columns, so you can provide it that way, or you can provide it directly through the API. And just to remind you how that might work, or where to go to see how this can be done, as always, we have information in our test suite. So in this case, I'm at SkyPortal Test API Test Photometry, and you can see the way to provide the information here. In this particular case, we're providing the photometry rather than magnitude and magnitude error in terms of flux and flux error and some kind of 0 point. We have examples, further below down here where you can see indeed magnitude and magnitude error and limiting magnitude and so on. So this wraps up our summary of how to upload photometry. As always, we look forward to your thoughts, questions, and comments, and we look forward to seeing you in a future video. Bye.